This video is for a Mr. Darrell Myatt, or Myatt. I might have got it wrong with the pronunciation of the name. But basically, you know, if you're going to block me, you obviously don't have much confidence in what you're saying, and you know that what you said was one thing and then the other. Do you remember? Did you or did you not actually say, should Moses and David go to hell, right? And then you actually said that 613 laws don't need to be obeyed because Jesus died for us. I don't know about that one, mate. I don't think you should go down that route. Right. What I mean by I relate to Jesus is I relate to Jesus in a very small way, but it's a very important way for me, being as minute as I am. And that is, I've been kicked out of churches. I've been beaten, shunned, spat on, looked down upon, kicked out of my family just for quoting out of the scriptures. So, you know, what you're doing is like small time. It doesn't really, you know what I mean? It's like God can see what you're doing. He knows that you weren't consistent. You know that you weren't consistent. Now you're trying to cover your tracks by lying. So you are displaying, right, characteristics of a false prophet. I don't know what church you belong to, or whether you think you're a priest or a pastor. I don't know. I haven't got down that way yet. I don't know. I subscribe to you because, like, you keep up with current events, but like, I've got other channels that will do that anyway. And I've got the Lord to direct me and give me as much discernment as I need. And so I'm not really bothered, you know. To be honest, if you just listen to your videos, it's like, you know, I mean, I've heard one of them, and you've been talking about Muslims, and what you say about Muslims, oh, they're all evil, they're all satanic. Are they? I'm witnessing to about 60 to 70 Muslims at the moment, and the young ones are waking up, and they're actually listening to Christians. You know, I mean, you're really wrong in your assessment. You just tar them all with the same brush. Do you know what I mean? They're all evil. They're all satanic. I don't believe in the moon god, Allah. I don't believe in him. Before you start accusing me of that, just to distract from the real information here. Don't know what to do with you. I suppose that's it. I just have to, like, shake the dust from my feet then, really. There's not a lot else I can do. But, you know, if anyone wants to follow you, then, you know, even after you've lied, you've said one thing and then you've said the other. You've evidently lied, and then you just try and cover your tracks. I mean, that is like the biggest form of arrogance that you can get. Now, you know, I've seen that. I've seen it in your videos, and you seem really arrogant, mate. And it's like, you know, you've got to ask yourself, look back at your videos and watch them. Yeah, grab the meekest, most humble person in your life, sit them down, like, you know, and say, look at that. Do I look bad? Do I come across as arrogant? At least ask them privately. You know what I mean? You don't have to display that one in public. Well, you already did, but anyway. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm anything like Jesus, but I can definitely relate to what he went through, because all he was trying to do was tell people what his father was trying to say. Yeah, and he was just quoting what our father was, you know, talking about. And he got all that flack for it, yeah. And then in the end, he suffered all that, like, for, you know, for us. Yeah. Now, I haven't gone through that. I've only gone through a small smidgen. I don't claim to be Jesus. I don't claim to be anything like that. You're pumping it up. You're pumping it up to distract people from the fact that you lied. You said one thing, then the other, and then you covered up your tracks. You weren't consistent. All the way through, you just was not consistent. I've took on Freemasons, I've took on churches. I don't care who I take on, right? I really don't care. You know, I've got a job to do, and if I die doing it, put me on the list, because there's people that are going to be killing people, claiming that they're doing it in God's name, for God. So, you know, you might get the opportunity to stab me or shoot me and play with your guns, you know, like you first stated, if you remember. So, I don't know, what 501c3 UN documented, signed religion do you come from then? You've got to be from a religion. You must be. You've got to be from a religion. Knights of Malta, do they ring any bells? Because most of these religions stem back to the Knights of Malta. Right, okay. I'm going to leave you with that. You've blocked me because you're not confident. Because I'm being rude to you. I've just stated that you've not been consistent and that everyone can read what you've said. So anyone with common sense, that other person had something to do with Israel, their names, they can stomp around, and because you've made them believe that I'm saying that I'm a kind of Jesus, which I'm not. I'm just saying I related to him in a small way about like how he was like Tret in the easier part of his life, yeah, because I had it, yeah. I had that, yeah. I mean, he done a lot more for people, and done a right load more for people than I could ever do. But what I'm trying to say is the words that he spoke, yeah. I mean, he was accused of all sorts, and he was just trying to say what our Father was trying to tell us, and that's all I was doing. Was quoting from the Bible: "Thou shalt not kill." All of a sudden, you want to write off all the instructions and the laws that are God's laws because Jesus died for us. I don't think it happened like that, I think we've still got to obey as much as we can. You can't just write them off. So the Ten Commandments still matter. Anyway, you've denied it now, you know what I mean? You've denied that you've said it, even though it's all in there. If everybody cares to read every single comment that you've made in there, they will see that you said one thing and then the other. And if any of you lot are listening, just carry on. Carry on in the falsity. If it makes you feel good and he tickles your ear rolls, let him carry on, join the club. It doesn't bother me. Go your own way, and I'm cracking on. I've got other things to do. There's people out there, like atheists, Satanists, Freemasons, New Agers, that need to be talked to, and actually some of them end up appreciating it more than some of the people that claim to be Christians. And they end up being from a 501c3 document religion. If you don't know what it is, look it up, because your church is probably on the list. And you better sort out what Agenda 21 is, because the leaders that signed the UN document, the 501c3 document, actually helped implement the Agenda 21. So, if you're from one of those churches, I don't know if you are, but if you are, it's not very good, is it? So, anyway, I thought I'd leave you with that as my parting gift. And hope you can sort your head out, mate. And get out of her. Get out of her, my people, if you do not want to share in her plagues. Right. I'll leave you with that. And I haven't claimed on Jesus or anything like it. So pack the lies, stop the lies, because people are going to know. Okay? Leave you with that, Mr. Arrogant.